Hello and welcome all to CEOviedo here at Juicy Game Night at Versus Games in the Oviedo Mall. I'm your host Darkstage, joined today by my co-host Why Cry Last Minute. It's nice to make your acquaintance here.
Honestly, I was sitting right over there eyeing it, making sure nobody else was coming over because I love coming up for Sam's show.
You got to queue in, right?
Yeah. Well, I love for other people to have a chance to commentate this game just because I have such a big love for it, and honestly, I would have begged them to throw me in the bracket, but I was like, hey, if no one's showing up, I'm hanging out with my boy Darkstage, and we're just going to have a good time.
I don't think we get many opportunities to commentate with one another.
Not enough for two definite Central Florida local commentators.
Yeah, exactly.
But we'll get there.
Yeah, but up right now, we got Blaze and Ole Anti, two players that show up pretty much every single time that we host Samurai Shodown here in Central Florida.
Yeah, and Ole Anti on anything SNK related. I mean, this guy is here for King of Fighters, Garo, whenever it shows up.
Yeah, but Blaze is a known Darley player. Ole Anti with Wahu as well. We got to see a little bit of that last week. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see Blaze last week on stream, but he's getting his chance now.
Yeah, and well earned. This dude is a monster. And
yeah. Every single time he's always out. He's like the main guy I always go to for games, and his Darley is pretty nasty. We'll get to his. I don't want to point out what happens before the match starts, but.
This is the problem when you got a tight-knit little community. You know all the stuff they're already going to do.
I always get a read. I'm like, oh, yeah, he always does jump after a good block special move exchange. But we'll see that here right now. Backing away first off from the medium slash there.
Yeah. And I luckily saw Anti working out some games earlier, so hopefully he's pretty warmed up. I'm not sure about Blaze. But this is the first game of the night, so.
Yeah, Blaze was playing with Shadow Ninja off stream right before it started, so he got a couple games with a couple of characters as well.
I like when my players are nice and warmed up.
You got to get yourself familiarized with all the. That's a good punish right there. Not for some gigantic damage, but just to get him where you need to be.
Yeah.
Failed air-to-air exchange to lead. Blaze is in the corner, however, he's going to do the back throw into the special for some decent damage. Ooh. Oh man, whiffing the throw, but no punish.
Ooh, was that a Tiger?
That was like a last-minute air special move before landing.
I have not seen him try that one before. Oh, we're blocking this, right? Every day?
Or whiffing it. We're not punishing either, you know? Oh, going straight.
Oh my gosh.
Hovering Okemi right there. Oh no, he missed it. However, he's still in it. Oh! He misses it with the command grab, though, for Ole Anti taking the first round of the first game here tonight at CEOviedo Samurai Shodown.
Whew. That attack felt very targeted. I feel like he's been wanting to do that even while he had his weapon.
I mean, then again, with a big-bodied big boy like this one, that every fighting game needs to have, you gotta. If you're a player that mains that kind of character, you want to see it at least a couple of times, you know?
Yeah. he knows.
Health bar go down. Oh man, covering those rolls really well, but unfortunately not getting any consistent punishes.
Yeah, no check there after the grab. Both players still kind of warming it up, feeling each other out. Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, Ole Anti is very jumpy right now. Let's see if Blazes can actually catch on to it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Darley's option is when it comes to anti-airing.
She's got that upwards, whatever it's called.
Yeah, because her DP is so horizontal.
Yeah, you're right. It's like horizontal oriented.
Oh, big punish.
Oh, that's a nice heavy slash right there. He's going to go straight to his weapon, isn't he? Oh, or he could just close out the first game right there without his weapon.
You know, for a fact, Blaze was assuming that the command grab was coming, and he was getting ready with buttons.
Or a jump, he could always catch out the jump with the, an attack, a meaty.
Yeah, just anything to cover there, but no, that big fist is still strong in sword game.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Wahu. He's one of those few characters that actually does or at least from my knowledge, does semi-decently without his weapon. We saw a little bit of that with Shadow Ninja's Tam Tam last week, which I was really impressed by. So hopefully we get to see more of that DP to get Blaze off of him. Covering the space by jumping a little bit more. Feeling out the ground with those big buttons right there.
Yeah, a lot of full screen game pressure here.
That was a good dash attack from Ole Anti right there to push Blaze into the corner.
Good roll. Big
Failed
punish.
DP into a big punish.
It actually didn't have the counter punish on there, so he actually could have potentially blocked that.
Yeah, recoil blocks are always kind of messy in order to punish properly.
There we go. Really nice stuff.
Punish right there.
Ooh.
Go.
A quick low.
That's where the guessing game comes from. It's either like block the low and punish or block the overhead and punish.
Yeah, we haven't seen any run-up overheads, luckily, so I definitely would have been crouch blocking. But, hey, there's always a good time to mix.
Yeah, Ole Anti seems to be getting ahead of himself. He's DPing a lot more.
I've corrupted him with my stupid play.
It's always good to fill like dead air with just a stray DP on like a whiff or like, you know, in between blocks and stuff.
Oh, we're not punishing?
That's a big jump in combo right there. Those hurt in Samurai Shodown.
Nice. Simple, easy, good combos. We haven't lost our totem in a long time.
There you go. You got the late anti-air there.
It almost felt like he was trying to hug him in the air.
Yeah, that was like a preemptive one, too, and he just kind of caught it on the way up.
Yeah.
He just kind of did it anyways because he's so jumpy.
Yeah, unfortunate for them, but for us, that's just more Sam Show to watch. Because I'm assuming we're doing first to two.
Yeah, first to two for my knowledge.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's the same as our weeklies.
I mean, Samurai Shodown can be a very slow, methodical game if you wanted it to be, so...
Yeah, or it can be over in 3 hits.
Yeah.
Ooh, getting out of there quick.
It's one of those DPs that leaves you all the way over there, so it's up to your opponent. Just be like, just give me a second to catch up.
Yeah. Have to be reacting with cross run. Ooh, nice check on the jab. Keeping the pressure going.
Empty jump into command grab. I always like to see that. Just empty jumps into options.
Yeah. Ole Anti's starting to figure out what worked in game 1 and just repeating it. We're starting to see a lot more of those throws. I don't think he should be as nervous. He did so well that first game.
Yeah, it's all about conditioning your opponent to stay still.
Big damage.
Gonna grab his weapon again for free. Ooh, without blocking it, unfortunately.
It's such a great button. Just two stilettos coming in to hit you in the head.
Jumping yet even more.
Oh, the third one. Super unsafe, but nobody ever thinks that third one's coming.
Oh, no air-to-air exchange, unfortunately, for Ole Anti's end.
Fortnite dancing in the middle of our tournament match. Wahu.
Yeah, he wants his weapon pretty bad. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, if it doesn't kill.
I don't think so.
Nah, I probably won't. Well, I just always get surprised by damage in this game. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, he got...
Oh, the rage burst to get him out at the last second. No Isen?
He thought he was going to rage burst. He was trying to bait it.
Oh, man. Blaze Ace is holding his ground, rightfully so. Oh,
nice,
never mind.
There it is.
Oh, he does his own.
There was what we were checking for.
Back at your buddy. Blaze Ace taking the first set.
That was the most Sam Show last round.
Oh, my goodness. That was some of the most, like, yeah, this is what you're going to see. This is what you're going to expect from these types of players in this kind of game. That was so silly.
Some wild stuff. God, I love Sam Show.
I haven't played it as much. Darn it. I have a better way of wording this.
I believe in you.
I haven't played that much of it. I've only ever been exposed to it, like, ever since I first... Not really, like, a little after I started playing in my local scene, and I was like, hey, this Samurai Shodown game is pretty easy to get into and really fun. So, I don't know, man. I just kind of, like, naturally gravitate towards this game, especially just discovering more of my nature as a fighting game player. Like, I've gravitated a lot less towards, like, fast-paced anime fighters where I gotta, like, knowledge check everything and, like, Guilty Gear and BlazBlue that people have been playing for, like, 15 years. And then there's games like Samurai Shodown where, like, at any level, I could just pick it up and just, like, play it slowly if I wanted to and just kind of... I don't know, man. I've just kind of gravitated a lot more towards those, like, slower-paced, neutral-based footsies games, especially in my nature as a Tekken 7 player. Yeah.
I mean, this game definitely rewards that type of play style. But I believe on next, we have Shadow Ninja and Wahu.
Wahu. Woohoo. Woohoo. But yeah, Shadow Ninja is a player. I have to mention this every time. If Shadow Ninja is a player, I am very familiar with yet another player next to Ole Anti and Blaze Ace that are here pretty much every single time that Samurai Shodown is hosted here in Central Florida. But Shadow Ninja's a quirky one since his main pick is Tam Tam right there.
Yeah, but goodness, we could probably give him random, and he'd do exceptionally
Yeah.
solid.
He does play a lot of characters as well, but Tam Tam is primarily the one.
Yeah. Such a strong character. I know. I only really remember this game in 2017 when it came out, and pretty much everyone was playing. Goodness, I can't think of the name for the life of me, but red hair with a 3-set Rekka attack. He's like the main antagonist.
Amakusa?
I could not remember his name. But we don't actually have one at our local. But anyways, Tam Tam was also a very strong contender at the beginning of that game. He's been toned down, but Shadow Ninja doesn't make him play that way.
Absolutely. Those long limbs and those great keep out game. Oh man, but oh, never mind. Yeah, Shadow Ninja again likes to jump back and do those heavy slashes just to fill the air. Especially with that floaty jump arc of Tam Tams, you can catch him in the air easily. Granted, if you take advantage of that weak spot. Another Pagoda to cover out the space, because why not?
Yeah. I'm not sure why not sure what we're parrying for at full screen over here. We're trying to find a defensive option. It's not really working. Oh, we're button checking?
Oh, that.
We're button checking. Where's the button check?
I'm assuming it's a button check. Yeah,
It feels like a button check.
It's always good. I mean, it's always a good exercise to just kind of like commentate over those anyways. And be like, oh yeah, a good option here. With the interaction, was it air trade? Oh wait, it was button check.
Yeah.
Oh.
The game is feeling a little funky right now. Like not as much
like,
as
what are you trying to reflect there? Like, what are you trying to do? Like doing that stray in the corner.
Oh, it's a button check. Everything makes sense now.
Iro has a character that I'm not familiar with. I mean, there's a lot of characters, like a good significant majority of this cast I'm not terribly familiar with, but Iro has one of those characters that like I particularly know nothing about besides like her appearance, obviously. But
yeah, and her super. If you don't know her super, we're gonna change that.
I'm sure we'll see.
But very Shoto-like in the sense that we have a fireball, we have an aerial fireball, we have a double jump, which is a bit strange, and a good DP. Safe on block. That spinning move there keeps a lot of good space. And I'm sure we'll see a lot of this kit coming in. Biggest thing she struggles with is not very big buttons.
Yeah, I can tell by the weapons that she's holding. I love being able to tell that from fighting game characters in games that I'm not familiar with and be like, you probably have to get up close with those.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, man, a good clean jump, and that hurts.
Good check.
Tam Tam can play close-up mix-up if he wanted to with a command grab that he has.
Good punish here. A lot of damage. What's the roll option? It's nothing.
Just going straight in there, dodging it, nothing. Going with the weapon flipping technique after the grab. Pretty close to his weapon too.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with that that low slide that he has, most people get caught by it. I see that a lot.
Yeah, it's fast, it's unpredictable, but if you get a first to 3 against Shadow Ninja, you'll be conditioned to it by the end of the match, because this man does it all the time. Nice command grab, catching the roll there.
Yeah, that's the thing with Tam Tam is that, like, on the surface, he looks like he is a long-range keep-out character, but he also has a lot of tools to just kind of really mess with your opponent if he really wanted to. And Shadow Ninja is aware of that. He really takes advantage of all of that. And another jump back to keep him in the corner there, or at least keep his position, because the corner's not quite where you want to be, but Shadow Ninja's making himself comfortable either way.
Yeah.
You gotta react to that on Flash. That's another thing that Shadow Ninja loves to throw out at people and make them learn. Man, that's a little overkill since that does so much damage, but now Wahu knows.
Yeah, might be one bag out of the tricks, but I mean it's only a first to 2.
Yeah.
Use them early. Spend it. Feel good when you win a round. It's an important part of this game.
I mean, that's just the thing of fighting games. Is like you watch your characters do the cool thing, and you're like, oh look, my character did the cool thing, and it won me the game. Yippee!
Nice.
It's a good feedback loop, you know.
Oh yeah.
Tam Tams are really
good. Check on the full screen buttons.
Pack it up, just to fill the dead air.
Nice. Perfect block.
Tam Tams normals are crazy. They're super impressive in Shadow Ninjas how they knows how to use them well. Wahu's looking for a good opportunity approach there, but unfortunately he couldn't really find it, especially due to Tam Tam's long range normals.
Yeah, I loved when he started thinking about the fireball. I think that's such a good idea because this character can jump over a lot of things and still put pressure on with fireballs.
Earlier in the last game, we saw Wahu use a double jump earlier against the skull projectile, so I think that's really the key to really approaching if he wants to use projectiles to zone out. Just backing up again. Oh, there you go. Wahu learns some decent damage right there.
And good patience to not go for an aerial there, because converting that into the max damage buttons, so tough.
Oh, man, he just goes for it again. That is fast now that you mention it. Like, wow, that is kind of hard to see coming if you're not aware of it.
Yeah, and Shadow Ninja doing a great job and going to probably stay on. I think he's actually staying. No? No.
No, we got another one up.
Never mind. I'm a liar. For some reason.
Excuse me, we got Blaze's rotating up next with TBD.
Just a second. I'm assuming to be determined.
Yeah,
if his name
I was like, that's a strange tag, huh?
His name
but that doesn't surprise me either, because there are a lot of players that come up with really creative tags, and like you can read my tag right there. I'm not very creative. I've had this since I was like literally 9 years old. I've had no reason to change it, honestly. Oh, Argen. Woo! Argen and I don't know the name of the general right here.
Yeah.
What were you about to say?
I was going to say next time we just need parentheses that say Argen, because he's probably going to win. But it's okay. I like the hope that anybody could show up and do a really good job, but this man wins them pretty often at our local.
I mean, Shadow Ninja gets pretty close every time, especially with the last week and the couple weeks before that at Retro Revival. Shadow Ninja managed to make it second place against Argen, so we got a very, very close set last week. He almost got a reset last week, which I really wanted to see, but unfortunately he got a little bit too antsy. Ukyo.
Nice.
Argen's on player 1.
Look at this. This is the most Samurai Showdown has been in a hot minute. The ill swordsman and last blade. Yeah, for real. This one's straight from the anime.
I mean, Samurai Shodown's already one of those games, and you know, in a cultural medium that's already filled with like kokong, oh, sabunoku era, oh, kong, oh, katana, oh, you know, that kind of stuff. It's already like maximum that in a medium full of that already, so it's always silly to see.
Yeah. So it looks like we've got Argen in Ultra Shock 3.
Ultra Shock.
The third iteration. I like it. I've definitely seen his face out at locals before, but he does not show up to the weeklies as much. So having a good Hibiki is always scary. This character has such good neutral presence. And Argen respecting that unfamiliarity.
Sorry, I'm about a fanboy over the song that's playing right now. It's from The Last Blade 2.
A little bit of a good check.
Yikes.
Keeping the pressure going. Argen's so good about finding his space instantly.
He's very good at adapting to whatever situations. He's also
nice.
Oh no, catching
that. Not invincible.
Yeah, what I was about to say about Argen is that he knows his stuff, to put it bluntly. I think he really knows where to put himself, not to overexert himself. He plays very carefully. He plays very, I guess, conservatively. He knows to exploit those holes whenever possible or whenever available.
Yeah.
Taking control of that mid-range space.
Yeah, obviously. Hibiki right now on the red. Potential for a guard break at any moment.
Ultra Shock's doing pretty okay in the mid-range as well with those medium slash checks.
I'd be curious if we see a heavy hit here. Nope, Argen just going to relax on that. He's just keeping him nervous about it at any point. Oh, didn't get the tiger knee.
Yikes, he missed it though. That's not the best conversion.
Hey, if you're going to do it when they're low health and you've already won a round.
Man.
That is the best time to miss a tiger knee. I mean, obviously huge risk with this character because he's got such a floaty jump. So easy to punish him on a miss.
Ooh, Ultra Shock.
I know nothing about this character.
Yeah, I was about to say, making the switch to the Chinese bunny girl from the Chinese League of Legends ripoff. Not League of Legends. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're spot on.
Oh, man.
I know she has a parasol and she can throw it.
Yeah, okay, now that you mention it, yeah, she does like have access to just kind of jump around the screen with that space control. Now that you mention it, I've done like a surface level Mizumi wiki you know, research on that.
Yeah, I played her for approximately 5 minutes when she launched, and then I was like, it's not my character. So hopefully he shows off some great stuff. Very, very fan servicey character, but I mean, doesn't mean they can't have very strong stuff in their kit. This is Sam Shell.
I mean, then again, with guest characters in fighting games in general.
Oh, is it a guest character? Like, it's not even. I mean, I guess they have like the Warden.
Yeah, the Warden. You're right. Sam Shell already has a couple of that, which is pretty surprising.
Oh, good grab. Check this, man. We're not getting the confirms, though. Good counter hit there. Oh, got the Titan backwards because of the teleport.
I was
so
literally just about to point that out before my throat.
I was covering for you.
Absolutely.
Oh, wait, that didn't hit? Oh, I thought it was such good range. Super unfortunate there. Good check. Yeah, Argen just not comfortable with the teleports here.
However, it's no problem to him. He's doing good at adapting to it, but I think this is a good switch for Ultra Shock. It's a good, better, I guess, hit and run kind of game plan.
Yeah, he doesn't feel as comfortable in the way he's playing, but I think the character itself is a good switch. This is that one we throw out when we're having fun with the friends, and you're like, crap, it's a really good option right now. No Tiger Knee. Oh, bad punish.
Yeah, you gotta wait for him to land because air-to-air or at least air-to-ground conversions aren't
non-existent as far as I'm concerned.
Oh no, that is overkill, my friend. You really do not need to do that, but that was a clean reflect to end out the game. Anyways.
Hey, this man knows he's on Twitch. He knows some people are watching. He's got to show off.
I mean, to be completely honest, I did lose a set against him with a super desperation art like that, like off stream one time, and like literally, he literally said out loud, like, I mean, it's about sending a message, I guess. And I was like, you know what? You do you, man. Like, it's completely fine. But yeah, that's Argen can be pretty flashy like that when he wants to be.
Yeah, when he's in control and he's got his momentum, not much can stop that man. I'm excited to see if some of our competitors tonight will. I'm also really glad he's going his main just to start. Sometimes when you go against his secondary, you're like, God, I practiced the other one, though. Come on, man. I know you're good with, like, 4 or 5 other characters.
Because it's like the Warden, Jubei, Ukyo.
Fire Dude. I can't remember his name. Yep. And then the water one as well. So those are all the ones that I think I've lost to. I don't think I've actually ever gotten to play his main character.
I don't think I've seen him play Sogetsu. That's interesting.
I need to at some point, but just a monster of a player. Knows the fundamentals really well and can punish just about anything he wants.
Very seasoned, very experienced, very again, very quick to adapt. He kind of knows his stuff, you know.
Of course.
Again, like I mentioned, very conservatively. He doesn't overexert himself very often, which is very good to see. He's very careful. He's very meticulous, very deliberate about his choices, the ones he does make.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but right now we got Wahu, whom you cannot see right now, and to be determined.
I think it's Blaze. I mean, at least that's what the notes say at the moment.
I have the bracket in my pocket right here, so I could look it up if I wanted to.
Gosh, you have the Wi-Fi here? The connection here is horrible.
Oh, you're absolutely right. I have no bars.
Yeah. It is impossible. I can never check brackets.
I came prepared, at least, so that's worth something. As soon as I got the email last night, I'm like, I'm pulling up the bracket so that I know what I'm talking about once I get on stream, and yet here we are. But that's just the nature of commentary, the spontaneity of it.
And I do the exact opposite. The second I find out I'm commentating something, I forget everything about that game completely. It just flushes out of my system. I'm like, wait a minute, how do I respond to this? So,
I mean, you could adapt on the fly. You could just pull some stuff out of your, you know what, and just be like,
my bag of tricks.
Yeah.
We'll always find those PG ways to get it through.
I mean, the main thing I do, especially in games like Samurai Shodown, where I'm not super experienced, I just preface pretty much everything that I say with, like, to my knowledge, or like from what I understand, or like, you know, stuff along those lines of, I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this. Man, I still think about that dreadfully horrible. Oh man, I don't think E Honda can drive rush, can he? From when Street Fighter 6 first launched. I said that so matter-of-factly. I was like, interesting. I'm not seeing it very much, so I'm just going to assume. But that's just how it is. Man, you got to love our community.
Having a good time already, man. It's early in the day, and we have a lot of good games left tonight. So we got Juicy Game Night 2. We also have our sister channel currently playing, Guilty Gear Strive. I think they're playing Strive over there on
It
Juicy
looks like
Game Night
Strive,
1.
yeah.
Make sure if you guys are getting in between the breaks, go give them a follow, go give them a chat, hang out with the rest of the Central Florida people.
You could always have the 2 windows next to each other and be like, you know, in the age
Extra
of
supportive.
I don't like bringing this up very often, but in the age of, you know, content and stuff, I think we're rolling an ad break right now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Ads, right here. Yeah, Juicy Game Night right now. The stream that you're watching, obviously, right now. Not sure which one you want to...
What's that?
Do you want to cover this, or...?
Yeah, well, I can talk about junk food and their wonderful micro leverless controllers, as well as, which will definitely be legal at CEO over here.
Absolutely. The last year in Daytona. They're doing their best. Well, then again, you know, CEO is always a good experience for anybody who hasn't experienced Majors events. They're a lot of fun. There's a little bit of everything for everyone at those events. So they're plenty of fun. A lot of people attend. They like to cosplay. There are obviously a bunch of vendors and stuff like that. There's Jabali Land, which is, I hate the fact that I have not taken advantage of it as much as I have. They got so many great stuff at Jabali Land. They got Crazy Taxi and, you know, Tekken 5 Vanilla.
No, they always do such a good job, and I've been out for a couple years now, but it is a wonderful event for the Central Florida community to get together and appreciate some fighting games.
A lot of people are looking forward to their switch to Orlando next year, so one last hurrah to their Daytona area at the Ocean Center. But yeah, CEO has a bright future. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
The last 2 years, or excuse me, the first time I went was 2 years ago, and that was such a magical time for me. I was literally like a little kid in a candy store.
Yeah, I think my first one I didn't compete. I think it was in 2017, 2016. Oh, it's so fun. I still remember it. It was when Majin, Lil Majin in Tekken 7 was just cleaning up. I was there live for that. I thought every fighting game tournament was going to be like that. I didn't know what a treat I was in for.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
I remember going to the stadium for the first time and literally bouncing along the walls and be like, oh, this is what it's like.
Yeah, this is wild. All right, it looks like we're back with some players here. We got AbbyShores and Wahu coming back in for losers round 2.
Yeah, literally just as soon as we get back into stream, the bracket loads up on my phone, and it's worthless. I mean, I guess I'll keep it up just in case, but...
No. Who's on winner's side with Argen over there?
Winners is Blaze Ace.
Blaze, that's right. That'll be a good one. I'm excited to watch that.
Yeah, right now we're raking our way through the losers bracket right now.
That's good. Hey, more time to stream Sam Show is good time in general.
Oh, absolutely. I love to see every single second of this game.
Cool. I didn't know anybody played this guy.
I think Ole Anti. Yeah, Ole Anti. I played a little bit.
He has like a secondary, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. He also used to play Haomaru from the last time we spoke to each other at Retro Revival as well.
Heck yeah. I mean, that's the Shodown.
Yeah,
we can
being
all
the
play
protagonist
it, right?
player that I am, I showed up with Haomaru. He's like, dang, I used to play this character. And I was like, oh, good to know. But yeah, Kyoshiro, from what I understand, has his own bag of tricks. He's got a command grab. He's got, you know, that long-range spear of his, that Naginata, I think it's called, the weapon. A lot of great space control options as well as good mix-ups. Kind of similarly to, like, Tam Tam, but with a good old Kabuki kind of paint, that kind of stuff. I always like seeing that character archetype in Japanese media. There it is. That's the command grab I was talking about.
Kind of a weird-looking animation as well. He gets almost like a tiny jump in before the command grab. It can be very deceptive. Hard to read. Good double jump to get over the buttons there.
Yeah, Wahu's doing a good job pressuring him right now. Oh, you got that spin. That covers a lot of areas as well. I didn't know it could be used as an anti-air, as well as for pressure, I'm assuming.
Got to be a big read, but AbbyShores showing up.
That looked like a pretty meaty medium slash right there, just to cover up a lot of space, especially up close.
Very nice. I like the patience from our players right now. Starting off slow, doing nothing crazy. Let's see what we get started here with. Okay.
Wahu closing the gap right there. I like it. Air fireballs. I didn't know she had that.
He's feeling so much more confident than in our last match, Wahu. Even though he's already down a game. I feel like he's just hitting better buttons already.
You got to take advantage of that block.
Nice.
Ooh.
He does not get advantage on that either. That is a wonderful idea on the micro walk.
Yeah, AbbyShores kind of taking his turn back. Or at least attempting to.
Ooh, trying to go for an aerial button there. Not working. Fireballs. There we go.
Oh, no. Command grab is not the good option for that jump in there. However, he's playing a lot patiently now.
Check that guy
long range.
All right. Obviously, this is Sam's show. This is anybody's game, but...
There it is, pressing a little bit too soon there.
That round for Wahu.
Testing. There we go.
Through. Yep. Still doing good over here. Checking at full screen.
Like that. The jump back round start, though, with the air fireball.
I mean, such a strong option. Throw something on the screen. Make sure they're not pressing a button.
Yeah, Wahu's giving Abby a taste of his own medicine here. Now he's trying to play keep out to try and, I would assume, to try and get him to play in a certain way.
Wow. That reached so far.
It's Frog, so.
It's true. Frog has long tongue.
Oh, man.
A lot of clashing.
Yeah, again, like I mentioned before, those aren't super easy to determine what to punish those with, because different strengths have their own different recoils and punishment windows. Heat burst. Why do I keep doing that? Rage explosion to get Abby off of Wahu right there. Abby seems to be rightfully scared. Oh, missing the E-Sen into the command grab to close out the first game for AbbyShores' favor. That was very interesting.
Yeah, he picked some really good options there and found, kind of came back after falling in that second round. I think Wahu has a really good chance to take this, but...
Yeah, both players were playing very slow in their own regards. Kyoshiro obviously playing a good mid-range game, but Wahu's kind of, I guess, picking and choosing his own battles on when to approach, like here.
Yeah, I feel like we're not seeing as much dash grab as I would like. Such a good option in this game.
Yeah, I keep forgetting there's a lot of options you can do off of dash.
Oh, yeah. Whole nother moveset for you guys.
Not quite safe since you did it a little bit too early in the air. Oh, the button clash! Oh,
Check
man,
him.
Wahu not getting in favor here. Picking up his weapon, though. Yikes.
Oh, we got in chip range here. What's the chip option?
Wahu taking really good advantage with that air mobility of Iroha's. Oh, man, I like it. Spending a lot. Oh, no, the light jab. That's what we were talking about, the dash. Not the dash grab, but just, something out of dashes.
Yeah, just checking any bit of motion he wants there. And that's the DP. And we haven't got to see it very much, but it is wild. And a good round start
here. You don't see that very often, Samurai Shodown, from my experience.
Yeah, you got to have two zoners for sure. I see it a lot when the guy with the dog. Galliford, yes. There's a lot of fireball wars with that man.
Yeah, and if you're playing like Haomaru or something, you may as well not consider it at all.
Trying to take out the dog plus doing anything in between. Finally, an overhead.
Oh,
We're
man.
checking this man.
Abby's really scaring Wahu right here. I think Abby's doing a little bit of a better job conditioning his opponent than Wahu. But Wahu's not doing bad either. He's doing pretty good. Not to downplay him. Oh, man.
Good check. I think he was looking for the empty hop grab there and instead got checked with the jab. Got an entire game for it. Good stuff to Abby.
Yeah, but Wahu seemed to be a lot more confident in that last match, like you mentioned. He didn't do a bad job at all. Yeah. Especially with those air fireballs. Again, he was picking and choosing his own battles very carefully, but Abby was doing the same thing, and it played off to his benefit a lot more, especially scaring him into the command grabs, especially with the range.
Oh, yeah. I really think one of the things was just unfamiliarity.
Yeah,
he just felt nervous. He wasn't sure when to hit his buttons. So when he found his space in that second round of the first game, and he was throwing fireballs and he was finding small opportunities to poke, that's why he won it.
Exactly.
So if he could have reverted back to that position, we could have seen a very different outcome of that game. Otherwise, dash grab. Dash grab is so good.
Iroha's damage didn't seem to be super huge either, like you mentioned, unless you want to go for super optimal stuff like that.
If you want a character in a high damage game, she is not your girl. She is poke you from long range and get very, very safe options. She's safe, but she doesn't give that risk for it.
Yeah, that's just chipping away over a long period of time, death by 1,000 needles.
For real. I mean, it's literally why she shoots him. I mean, you are spot on. But she is such a good character too, and I love watching her out. And
it's good to get some familiarity with characters that I don't see very often. I could just look at them and be like, those are some small daggers you have. You might play short range Rushdown.
Yes.
I don't know.
Or she connects those swords and has a full screen. Like, who on earth knows? These games can get crazy.
Characters like Yashamaru, you can just kind of look at, because you wouldn't know that characters like that would have like air mobility unless you look at him, because he's like literally like Raven themed, so he has like those double jumps and those air thrusts. And I'm like, oh, you have wings, duh.
Yeah.
But that's the thing with strong character designs that a lot of people don't really consider, from my experience.
Yeah.
It's whoever looks the coolest, or whoever's the
gosh darn right
girl. You know. But you know, to each their own. I'm speaking as a protagonist player, you know, that kind of stuff. So, but yeah.
As long as you like your main and you have fun,
exactly.
and you come
That's
out
all
to your
fighting
locals,
games are for, you know.
That's my one picky one. As long as you show up to your locals.
Exactly.
Other than that, we're doing great.
Yeah, up next we got Argen, and he's looking for his opponent Blaze, wherever he might be.
He was wearing a bright red shirt. There's no way we can lose that man.
He was also like standing in this vicinity right here past the monitors, so
yeah,
that's where all the Samurai Shodown people are.
I'm sure we'll find him in just a second here.
He might be using like the restroom or something, or like getting something to eat, but I mean, as long as he's here, you know, it's good not to have. He's on a phone call. Stall. Alrighty.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, we have lots of great Samurai Shodown coming out for you guys. We have probably the same characters coming out from both of the players, with it being, gosh, who was Blaze Ace playing? He was playing Darlie. Yes. So, again, struggles with that anti-air thing, which is unfortunately one of Argen characters' big strengths. I can never think of his. I'm so bad with the names of these characters, but Coughing Samurai Man. Ukyo, yes. And it can be very difficult to punish him, but she does do an insane amount of damage if he's able to block that instant overhead.
She's got that big risk reward. Because I think a lot of Darlie's tools are very situational, for lack of a better word. You really got to use them like what. You got to use them in the context that they're specifically made for in order to get the best reward out of that.
A lot of options, but hyper-specific.
Because she's also got like that mid-range command grab, which I haven't really seen Blaze Ace kind of land properly. So you got to like really, really put it out.
Yeah. And then she has a hammer, which I haven't seen him use, period. She has a chargeable normal that is like a giant hammer. It crushes guard. It does everything, but it's super slow.
I can imagine, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very high-risk maneuver, and I never see him pull it out.
That's something I wasn't even aware existed until he pointed out. But
it's more prevalent in KOF 15 because it's like a normal there versus like this big chargeable special move that takes up like an infinite amount of space and time.
I mean, fighting games always got to have that one thing that's like, oh, if Miguel, laughs for a bit, he can punch you really hard so that it wins in the round.
Yeah. And Samsha was like, what if we made an entire game around that premise?
Because that's the thing. There's a YouTube channel called Sugar Punch Design Works that released a video on Samurai Shodown, and it's a methodology of like death and like the way of the samurai, like how having life and death just so like delicately balanced, and like. This is something I never. Oh, here comes Blaze Ace right now, unfortunately.
We got him.
But yeah, that's the thing with Samurai Shodown. It's just like a literal game series developed on that that mentality of just like life and death. But like it lends itself really well to a fighting game formula, which a lot of Japanese game developers like know how to do really well.
Yeah.
Thank you, Street Fighter 2.
For real. This game is so good with how they present risk and reward. I love it.
Because your limit.
Good.
Your movement's really like limited and stuff like that, but as a result, any exchanges that you might have play off really well. So like it clearly demonstrates to the player this is how the game is supposed to be played, and yeah, just kind of playing it straight right there.
Heck yeah. And I love the Season 3 change of having the heavy slash being able to be put you in a state where you can be guard broken for it. I love that. Oh, we're going to see Ward.
Oh, yeah. Argen's pretty prominent with this character.
This guy's Rekka sequence in this game feels illegal. It is guess for like a quarter of your life every single time.
Because you have to like counter hit confirm it, right? Because you don't. I would assume you wouldn't get that third hit for free if you're just whiffing it, right?
Correct, but it's to my knowledge, it's not punishable. But I'm sure we're going to see some stuff here. I'm not as familiar with Warden, so I get knowledge checked a lot.
From what I've told, or excuse me, from what I've been told from Argen, in his words, just jump.
Just jump.
Jumpable options, especially in that tackle from mid-range.
Yeah. That grab starting off here.
Yes. There you go. Wow, I can see it now because you got the lows and the mixes. Yikes.
Yeah, it's just very, very strong. And obviously now he's going to go for the third hit here because you thought you could do something. It didn't confirm into anything, but you were thinking about doing something else. It's just very powerful. And this is a... Ooh, does this hit? Oh my...
I believe that...
That was so cool.
I could be dead wrong, but from what I've understood, that Super has a armor or a guard point of some sort. Yeah. You're right. It's one of the very few weapon flipping techniques in the game with some sort of defense. Good, clean, heavy slash there.
In this match, compared to the last one, explosive. These players are gaming right now. Good counter hit. What's the check? Lots of kicks. Keep it slow, keep it safe.
Yeah, Argen really likes to do that dash
blocking,
light
right?
and jumping medium, it looks like, in order to get some good space control, no matter what pace he's playing at.
What's the check? Nothing.
Now both players are starting to get pretty jumpy. What's that? Just running forward. Just keeping that mid-space tension. Good DP on Blaze Ace's end.
Yeah. Earlier today I was saying how that only really goes horizontal, but dang, it really is catching the top of the screen.
That's something you need to be able to, like, read properly in order to get the best reward out of it.
Oh, checking the jumps.
Oh, man, the air-to-air interaction.
Is there a worse way to die than having a knight in full armor jump up and stab you right in the heart? Like,
it's a video game, so you're going to have situations of like, oh, whoa, we're on the moon.
Man, yeah, dude in 600-pound armor just jumped 10 feet in the air and stabbed you in the heart. Nice check with just buttons there, keeping him honest. Nice. We're checking it.
Yeah, depending on the character in the matchup, that's not something you would want to just kind of throw out on defense. I would assume some characters are better at punishing than others.
All right, we've done 9 neutral jumps in a row, and it worked every time.
I was just about to say, I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on?
Good check. Getting our low in there.
Yikes, that dashing light to just keep him stuck there.
Oh, I forget this.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Follows up the whole thing through. And that's just not playing against Darley a whole bunch.
Yeah, Tam Tam's kind of similar in the fact that if you block the fireball from his weapon for big technique, he'll go, and it's like, please hit me.
Yeah. There has to be something coming in here. Good air-to-airs and finishing it with it as well.
Yeah, Argen's starting to get in that cadence of jumping at the same time as his opponent has.
Nice, we blocked it. Good punish.
Good damage right there. Putting him in the corner. Oh, man. Getting a little bit too ahead of himself. That is a future that does not exist.
Yep, has one of his comeback mechanics now.
There you go, the guard point that I was talking about. I'm not crazy.
Okay. We love it when our players start doing it.
Yeah, it's very instinctive for a lot of Samurai Shodown players to cover Ukemi's next to your opponent's weapon because that's what your opponent is most likely going to go for, which, to be honest, they really don't have any other options either, so...
Yeah. Dash grab is like the other one that I can think of. And
great my goodness. Why does that surprise me? Why does that continue to surprise me every single time? Whoa, that's a big boy damage in a game with already big damage. I don't know why it continues to do so every single time. It's always condition dependent. Man, especially with Rage that I always keep forgetting to consider.
No, I mean, Samurai Shodown, big damage game. Insane power from these players and a really good read. New to not even dash heavy punch, just was like, all I got to do is hit heavy slash once she goes past me and watch that life bar go down. Really good stuff to Argen.
Oh, you got a third of your health bar left? Not anymore.
Yeah, that's cute.
But something I wanted to bring up, Darley's DP, it's kind of similar to how like Shune's works in the King of Fighters, where it's not really like a DP, like for as much as the Shune player that I was when I played that game, I wanted it to be. But like that's something you have to read because of just how like not a DP it is.
Yes. Yeah.
This is the matchup that I have been anticipating ever since. Oh boy.
Last Tuesday? last Wednesday?
Yes.
Something like that.
Oh, man.
It wasn't too long ago.
Argen and Shadow Ninja. They got, Shadow Ninja got so close against Argen during those grand finals bracket. He almost got the reset, but I would say Shadow Ninja is, I wouldn't say low-key, kind of low-key, one of the stronger players here whenever Samurai Shodown's held, especially with how he plays some quirky characters. He knows how quirky they are. He knows how to take advantage of those quirks. So, man, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, and I'm so glad they brought this one out for the monthly. It is such a wonderful game.
I mean, that's what CEOviedo's for, is because that you can't. There's always going to be some fighting games that people prefer over others, the big boys. But you got to show some respect to the little ones too. I mean, we do got Street Fighter and Tekken, obviously. We got the big boys here, but obviously this gives us opportunities to, showcase some of the smaller stuff, which I sincerely appreciate about events like this.
Yeah. And heck, I think we got 8 people out at least. Like that's that's still a full bracket. I'm thrilled. But this is a matchup we're very used to. Both rocking the Retro Revival tag up there, and something we've seen time and time again. Honestly, looking for a good time here. We'll probably see them back even in grand finals later if things go.
I'm desperately hoping so.
And this is going to be our first of 3.
Oh, yes, first of 3. This should be good. I'm so excited. I'm so giddy. But Argen was taking his sweet, sweet, sweet time trying to figure out which character to pick on the character select screen. He had a similar instance of that last week, where he literally was tapping his fingers on the stick and putting his hand at a very kinda.
Sorry, this wire is
yeah, it's underneath my legs.
Yeah, here, I got it over here. Almost programming and wiring. So winners finals here. Argen and Shadow Ninja. Ooh, nice checks. No.
There you go, the clean DP just before your opponent reaches the ground. Oh no. Yeah, most supers in this game don't really have invincibility, so that's not something you can just throw out. Unless you're playing Tam, unless you're Shadow Ninja and you're aware that your opponent's not aware.
Checked it very quick.
That appeared to have some invulnerability, but the startup was unfortunately
just blocked. Right. Argen starting off strong with the Shiki.
Very quick on her feet, this character. I'm crazy with the mix-ups.
Ooh.
Yeah, even Argen's starting to get a little piece of that pie of what if we just, which is, again, like I mentioned, very uncharacteristic of someone who's very considerate about his options.
Yeah.
Unless he gets over his head and, closes out a game with a super Decoration art.
Nice. So we're going to drop our katanas, but they're very close because we were close to the corner.
You want to maintain your distance here. Argen not taking that opportunity to grab his weapon. Even though it's literally right next to him, but there it is. Yeah, Shadow Ninja's doing a much better job with that space control. Detention! Ooh! Oh, man, there it is. Yep. Oh, the Rage Explosion to get him out of there with the E-Send to close out the first round. Or, to even out the rounds.
Yes. Now, Argen's going to be happy with this because he gets to go into this next round. Up an entire a bar. I mean, he has meter, I guess, is the easiest way of describing it.
Well, considering if Shadow Ninja considers his options carefully, you got to use those buffs while you can.
Ooh, nice wall jump.
Whiffing the grab. Oh, man.
Good check. Keeping this man honest.
Oh, whoa. I keep forgetting he has that teleport. That's a good fake out.
Yeah, and it looks just like his fireball animation for the first couple frames.
Yeah, both of these characters are very fast and cover a lot of space, so it's very jumpy between these two. Yeah,
not sure what that option was for.
Oh no, there goes the E-Sen. Or maybe not. That's what he was looking for before, but no Rage Explosion to get Shadow Ninja out of this time. But however, he is still not in a good position, but he's still alive.
Trying to chip him there. I like the option.
Oh! We might have it. He still has access to fireballs, to my knowledge. Ah! Getting chipped out on the back. Man. Shadow Ninja was able to clutch that out pretty close, though.
Yeah. He kept it competitive, and I like that.
Going back to character select.
Yep, the fun might be over.
This is what led to... Oh, there we go. Never mind. Going back to Old Faithful. This was what led to his downfall last week. Excuse me.
Good.
Yeah, excuse me. Last week at the weekly, he kept he was a little bit jumpy with his character choices. He wasn't really sure where his comfort. I don't know what's going on with my throat. With his comfort zone, it's more my chest than my throat. But
it knew you were commentating today, and it wanted to be a pain.
I mean, I literally make sure to bring cough drops with me every time, which I'll do right now since I'm out of water.
I know. I see my giant water bottle over on the side. I forgot to grab it. I'll go grab it after Grand Finals over here. We're keeping that Tam going. I love this pick from him. It's very strong. The only thing is it's a lot of knowledge checks, and Argen is very aware of them. Yep, able to jump over all of those fireballs to get this full conversion.
Oh, man, that is a big damage. Again, I don't know why that has to surprise me every time, but it's worth mentioning.
Yeah, well, it's extremely hard to get aerials to lead into normal buttons on the floor here. It has to be so low. Good check.
Oh, man.
Not quite dead yet. Good grab. We're going
into the weapon flipping technique for real this time.
Yep.
To get Argen on the back foot.
Jump.
Oh,
he's out of there.
If he did it a little sooner, he might have had a little bit less time to jump, but a decent attempt from Shadow Ninja there.
Yeah. And it's such a hard one to utilize anyways from a player so on top of his game is Argen. So nice.
Oh, man, great confirm.
That's 50% for fun. My goodness.
Yippee! Oh, that's
maybe
not
even more. 75? Good check. We got those. Nice. Now we just stay at range. Yep.
And the
go for
backdash
the
invincibility is not going to cover it at the time, unfortunately, due to the multi-hits.
Really good stuff.
Yeah, Shadow Ninja's main motivation for switching to a character like Tam is basically just to play keep out. But Shiki has that teleport, which I'm not sure the applications of, but it's good to be considerate of.
Yeah. It can, I mean, it does what other things of a teleport do. You have invulnerability while you're using it, but it doesn't really, it's risky to use in normal because it has such big recovery. It has to be a big read.
Man, he's getting back to all the way into the corner. He's scared.
Nice jump.
Not
Very
a proper
punchable.
punish on that, though, due to the distance it covers.
Oki.
Oh my god!
Argen acting like this is the character he plays over here. Absolutely insane with these conversions.
Well, then again, Samurai Showdowns are characters in Samurai Shodown are relatively straightforward to pick up and play. And if you're someone like Argen, who's very adaptable and very familiar with the way fighting games work and how characters' toolkits work in context with regards to that, yeah, I don't think it's too out of the question for Argen to pick up literally like any character in the roster and just kind of slaughter with them.
Yeah. Oh, we do have Crush Counter on deck. Will Shadow Ninja get the opportunity to use it
Argen's aware of it,
effectively?
too. He's backing off.
Yep. You can definitely time it out. Yep. Took the hit instead of getting getting broken, and it is gone. Should be dead here.
The rage explosion to catch him out at the last second. Just do it again. Do it again. What's going to save you this time? Oh, careful. That's going to punish. Oh, he doesn't have his weapon, though.
He still has an explosion whenever he wants to use it.
Oh,
full screen.
Gotta be careful. No proper punish. It's so tense. Oh, my goodness.
All right, it's run out.
Had to cash it out little by little. There you go. Jump back heavy slash for Shadow Ninja to clutch it out at the last second. Hopefully this can continue.
I think Argen just...
Great weapon deflect from Shadow Ninja right there.
Very nice. That's going for our Guilty Gear Strive players, that explosion in the background. But honestly, some great stuff happening over here.
That's basically what's going on in my brain right now watching the Samurai Shodown. I don't know about you.
Oh my gosh.
Man. Shadow Ninja's playing a lot more comfortably with that keep out.
He's got
missing
it.
the desperation art right there. You really have to put your opponent in place in order for that to work.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, there it is. The instant overhead with the jump back heavy.
What a goofy interaction watching Shiki just in grab range. I didn't feel like grabbing him that time.
Like brushing past your arm and be like, oh man, I forgot to be a human and grip onto things.
How did I miss this 7-2 giant Aztec warrior?
Oh man, yeah, Shadow Ninja seemed to be a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially considering this
defense.
is winners finals. That first to three always gives players an opportunity to adapt a lot better.
Very nice. Oh my gosh, good anti-air.
Great anti-air there. Yeah, Argen's starting to catch on at how much Shadow Ninja seems to be jumping, so he's catching him with those air-to-airs on the last second.
Should get a punish here. Good stuff. Argen does not drop those.
Argen yet again close to set point. That's always a scary thing to consider, but hopefully it shouldn't be a problem for Shadow Ninja if he keeps his head in the game.
Nice.
Yeah, that floaty jump arc doesn't really... you don't want to panic with those.
He finally got it.
There it is.
It's
been a while.
Jeez. Such a cinematic shot, and that's a dead Tam Tam.
Oh my... Oh.
Oh, it's so dead.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
He didn't think he was dead. This is Sam's show, my guys.
That was fast. Just as those players are starting to get comfy, I'm like, ooh, yeah, it's over.
Did you want to lose your entire health bar?
Yeah,
you want to see it happen again? That's crazy. I mean, such good stuff to Argen. Played that neutral really, really solid. We knew he was going to. We're going to see him in grand finals, and we're definitely going to see Shadow Ninja back for losers finals.
I would sincerely hope so. I want to see that run back again.
Yeah.
Got to play comfortably.
And if not, we're going to see another challenger take on Argen in a little bit. So
I feel like Shadow Ninja is probably the most capable from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Not to talk any smack to anybody else. No, of course not. It's not like I'd do any better. But anyways, yeah, I'm hoping Shadow Ninja comes back, but it wouldn't be that bad to see other players compete against them.
I know if somebody else could sit in this chair, I'd be throwing my ring in, man. I love this game, but hey, hanging out and commentating, that's a pretty big treat. We don't throw those away.
Obviously, of course not. I mean, then again, I'm not super duper competitive. I just play fighting games literally to press buttons, so it's not like I take this super seriously either. I just like.
Yeah. As long as I'm having a good time, right? So it looks like we got Blaze Ace coming back with Ultra Shock in losers semis. So we already saw Ultra Shock throw out 2 different characters, Bunny Chick, and who was the first one? I can't remember.
Iroha, I think.
You might be right.
It was Hibiki.
Hibiki, that's right. Hi.
Are you competing now?
I am. Do they need me right now? Can they take like 8 other people first? I mean, I can go 0-2 real fast. Like.
I mean, brackets are brackets, so if you need to.
Yeah. I'm going to wait for somebody to walk up because they know I'm over here, or they can just DQ me. It's fine. I'm like, I wanted to at least play Street Fighter 6, but.
What game are you competing in?
What's that?
What game are you competing in?
Just Street Fighter 6.
Just Street Fighter? Okay.
Yep. I was going to do this one, but once I got the schedule, I was like, I can roll over. Let's get into this next one.
All right, here we are, Hibiki and Darley.
Starting off really strong already and finding good neutral space.
Blaze Ace likes to jump a lot. Let's see how long it takes for Ultra Shock to adapt to that. Playing very carefully. Man, very considerate. This is what you love to see in Samurai Shodown. More so than the big damage, I just like seeing the tension that leads up to it.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be super flashy or aggressive.
Ooh, good confirm.
Great confirm right there, especially with the cross-up.
Dashing into nothing, getting a lot of damage, or a lot of pressure from both players. Going really far.
Great anti-air, air to air. Especially in the nature of Blaze Ace's jumpy playstyle.
Dash freaking DP, I love it.
Because why not? I mean, as a Haomaru player, it does feel pretty good to land.
I do it all the time as, see, I don't even know my own character's name. So, nice. Good dash kick. Keeping this man on check. And confirmed it.
There you go.
Blaze Ace. Finding his comfort zone.
Yeah, I'm not, like you mentioned, I'm not terribly familiar with Darley's anti-air game besides just getting in there with, air-to-air.
Yeah.
Or, horizontal-oriented DP, unless you read it.
Yeah, honestly, he felt like he was doing fine with it. He covered so much space with it.
He's playing a lot more conservatively now. Ultra Shock's having a hard time with that.
I would have loved a dash grab there from Ultra Shock.
Yeah, that slash keeps Hibiki very stationary, so I would assume most of her playstyle is kind of mid-range oriented.
Keeping some pressure going here. Wants to keep him in the corner, but he can't. Finds a cross-up. No confirm. Oh my gosh.
I wasn't even aware of any of Darley's cross-up options. I didn't even know they could.
I mean, Blaze has been doing a fantastic job with them. Good confirm here. And she gets Oki off of this, and it's very prevalent. Decides to jump instead, but it works.
There you go. Good dash. Ultra Shock's starting to get a little more comfortable now. I think you really got to get in there and force mid-range as opposed to playing mid-range from long range, if that makes sense.
Yes.
You got to get in there in order to have to basically provoke your opponent into doing something.
Good check there. Might have traded, but still, getting a little bits of damage is great. Yeah,
Ultra Shock's getting a little bit more of those mix-ups there.
Good read. This is going to be tough if he even gets to live it.
Right, keeping that mid-range, too.
We're checking.
The Rage Explosion to get off.
Might have actually been able to just mash there and get away with it. Good grab.
Okay, then just run up and do it.
Hey, he took his round. He might go down here in a full bar, but guess what? He still gets to play. I like to see it from Blaze. Anti-air checked.
Boy, oh boy. Oh, that anti-air is a little slow to come out, so unfortunately it wasn't in Ultra Shock's favor that time.
We're checking with the Rekkas. We're keeping that space.
That is quite of a slowish anti-air.
Let's see what we're going with. Oh, man. We're standing still in neutral.
Again, I love seeing that in Samurai Shodown personally.
It is terrifying, even from this side.
Ultra Shock's playing much more comfortably in that mid-long range. Hopefully we won't want to speak too soon.
40% for that? Oh, my
Rage
goodness.
Explosion on Ultra Shock's end. Do it! Do it!
Dash
There
grab,
you
baby.
go.
Really good stuff. Continuing the set going 1-1.
I mean, grab is already a strong enough option as it is in Samurai Shodown. That's literally just like, okay, stay here for a second. Okay, you're done. That's always fun to see.
Yeah. When I first saw Samurai Shodown and I saw that grabs didn't do damage, I didn't get it. I was like, why would I ever grab then?
What's the
Now I
point
got
of
it. It's been a while since this game has come out. I've learned.
You got a little bit of a better understanding of how fighting games work, and you're like,
Oh, it's actually really cool. Really good. Ooh, lots of clashing.
Yeah, that's always good to just kind of maintain your pace, especially with that stationary slash that Hibiki has. Kind of keep in place.
Good punish. Keeping the distance. Man.
We're seeing a lot of air-to-air interactions. Landing just in time to block it. That startup is not very fast.
Oh my god, got him on the last hit of the DP.
Yeah, that full rage gives Darley additional properties on her special move, similar to Yoshamaru.
Dang.
Ultra Shock getting set point. He's getting a lot better at this matchup.
Yeah, I think on that last hit there, I don't think he wanted dash heavy slash. I think he actually wanted to stand and heavy slash to break the armor, but instead he got dash heavy slash, which is heavily punishable on block. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
the
yeah,
man.
that's right.
Oh goodness.
Oh, great
we are
space
far away
dash
now.
attack.
We got the space back.
Oh, can I get my weapon, please? No,
No.
you can't. Oh, he has the rage explosion.
We do have another chance here. A lot of life to go.
Ooh. Gotta space him out. He really wants to dash up. He really wants to.
No punish, though. This is Sam Shell. Anything can happen. We have lots of time left. 40 seconds.
Yeah, Ultra Shock doesn't really have much of a... Oh, there you go. Just jumping in and doing it.
I think that hitbox just being slightly deceptive, able to find his finishing move. And Hibiki's going to keep moving. Ultra Shock's going to go on to our losers finals against
Shadow Ninja.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
I was going to say something. Yeah, because the way that match ended, whenever you have the life lead like that, I was told this by one of the Tekken players, whenever you have a life lead like that, you have absolutely no reason to approach your opponent. You just got to wait for them to, you just got to, like, they're already provoked. It's just like, like an animal, just like.
Yeah.
So
find something.
You just got to keep your ground, maintain your distance, and have your opponent do something stupid. But the way Ultra Shock ended that round, he did it himself. He's just like, yeah. So he got a little bit over his head, fortunately to his favor. So
yes,
we'll see yet another, I don't want to say it run back. We're seeing another set from him right now. So
yes, this is first three. We are in finals. The second it says finals at Orlando Rumback, we get those threes.
Yeah.
That's what we like to see. Honestly, this game to me, I understand we have a timeline to keep, but man, I would love for first to threes for the entire bracket of this stuff. This is just one of those ones I love to see more of. Adapting in this game, picking options correctly can be so important, but
yeah, as someone who isn't terribly fond of competing, it's always a shame to get washed in a first to two, especially in a game with like such explosive nature. But in Samurai Shodown, it's particularly fun to see, you know, that kind of adaptation with how slower it can be.
Oh, getting hit by that third check there.
That's a semi-anti-air if you wanted it to be.
Nice. So I have a funny feeling we're going to be seeing somebody learning a little bit more about Tam Tam here and figuring out if he can adapt in 3 games. Nice check.
Now that you mention it, I'm curious to see that happen.
Good checks.
Yeah, Ultra Shock's got no fear, it looks like.
He is going to lose his weapon, though, so we're going to find a little bit of that fear here in a second.
However, jump. Now you know. Now you know.
And you don't have to worry about it next round.
You don't want to reveal your hand too early.
Shodown for giving us a pose. Oh, wonderful.
I mean, that's what I always like about Tam Tam, like the whole Aztec warrior like design.
He is a super well-designed character.
He's one of those characters you learn to appreciate more of, like now that you know how like fighting game characters are like designed and stuff like that. Not everybody has to be a conventionally handsome warrior or something like that. You could just be a...
I don't know. I'd take Tam Tam out on a date. Not a chance. I wouldn't. All right, backdashing for the weapon. Good grab to punish it. We're going to burst. Immediately go in here. Oh, we're checking him back. Are we
Punish
blocking?
that. Do it to him. Yeah.
Remember how I said earlier that was the most Sam show round I've ever seen? I take it all back. There it was.
No, you. No, you. Oh, man, the match is not even over. I just realized.
Nope. That's just one for Ultra Shock, and we spent pretty much everything except for Hibiki's once a time super. That's the one thing we have left.
And Ultra Shock's having a hard time trying to approach against those long range normals.
Yep, we're gonna block those projectiles. All right. Taking the hit instead of taking the guard break. He knows he can just throw that out, and they have to respect it. The only thing they can do is parry.
Yikes.
Good dash. I mean, she's only wearing sandals.
Is she now?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you check those toes?
You gotta love that dissonance in fighting games or just character design in general. It's like,
You're not even wearing anything. How can you take this many hits?
well, yeah, that wasn't a bad first round for Ultra Shock there in terms of adapting to Tam Tam.
Yeah. This is our losers final. I expect some good stuff from these players.
It's always in the losers bracket you always see the most exciting matches. Is that just me?
Oh, yes. No, without a doubt. People got stuff to lose.
Both players coming out swinging.
Oh, good check.
Yeah, that's not the best move to throw out unless your opponent's really preoccupied with another action they're committed to.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Ultra Shock taking advantage of that.
Good jump. Oh, doesn't have that much recovery. Able to find another one. We're going to take that weapon out of here. What's the mix?
Cover that space.
Mixes dash back.
Tam Tam's a decent character. He has a decent without his weapon. He still has access to those projectiles as we're seeing right now. He doesn't need a weapon. He doesn't need one.
Yeah, I mean, the life
he's
bar's so
going
low.
further and further and further away from it. Oh, man. Shadow Ninja going a little bit too over his head there to cost him the match, or excuse me, the round. Oh, man. That was interesting to see, though.
And if that hit wasn't perfect, for sure Ultra Shock was dead there, because that aerial projectile from Tam Tam goes so high. In fact, it even hit him after the fact.
Shadow Ninja controlling the space with the dash attacks and jumping heavies.
Oh, wow. Not good enough on the meaty on the ground there. Instead getting grabbed for his troubles.
There you go. He started off the Bagada with while he was rolling, so you got to do it very preemptively in order for your opponent to get caught by it at all.
Yep. Checking the buttons here. Keeping the pressure in the air.
Take your time.
No.
Oh!
Who died?
Whoa.
Oh, it was a double KO!
Oh, man. Dang it.
very, very
If
even
only that
match.
were if only that were 1-1, I would have loved to see that. I wanted to. Oh.
Well, technically it is 1-1,
Oh,
just
you're
not the
right.
one you were thinking of.
Yeah.
I'm in your headspace, but we do have 1-1 in a different sense.
But yeah, Ultra Shock's not doing a bad job at all.
Good job.
I think if he were to take advantage of that floaty jump arc, I mean, that heavy does cover a lot of space, so I think if Ultra Shock were to take advantage of that quirky jump arc there. Words are hard.
That's a good knowledge check.
Right there, yikes.
Loving the buttons here.
He's going to grab his weapon again now.
Good
He
grab.
almost went for the grand grab, yeah. And jumping at the last second. Ooh, he wasn't blocking low.
Yep, thought he had
That
some
was the
space.
weaponless round win that Shadow Ninja was looking for. At least he got one of them. Just whiffing just in time, probably due to hit stun.
Yes. He did hit him in the air. Good dash grab. We're checking this man. That's way too far. Wasn't confident with his hit, didn't want to confirm it to any specials. Totally fine. We're just checking with a lot of big buttons here.
Wait, from what I understand from the research I did, all of Tam Tam's air normals are the same? It's just that they come out at slightly different speeds.
Yes, in arcs specifically.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, wait, that's coming out a lot faster than I'm used to. I'm like, wait a minute.
If I'm not mistaken, he also goes higher per each one, so you can actually figure out which one it is prior to him launching it. Like when it's his light, when it's a very small jump. It also allows him to land a little bit quicker. But it's been a hot minute since I've played Tam Tam.
There we go, just stopping the approach with that just raw standing heavy. Getting him down on his feet. It's funny, Shadow Ninja's rolling away, and that's exactly where he wants to be, even though he has the he has the life deficit.
Dash grab. We're gonna get the weapon drop here.
Yeah, you just gotta do it.
Yeah, did the light version there. Smart. Good blocks.
Oh, man. That was a very, very well-spaced standing heavy he knew. Again, it's instinctive for Samurai Shodown players to go straight to their weapon.
No. He thought he tried to clash instead of just a block there. A really good read by Shadow Ninja. Just super on point with this.
Rage explosion at the last second. There you go.
Yeah, that's a funny thing. It's actually a two-hit heavy, so he can actually get around that one. Very niche knowledge. Has to wait that out. Jump.
Oh man, he didn't learn his lesson. He didn't learn his lesson. That card was not revealed too soon. It did actually work up in his favor after all. Man.
Yeah.
In a set that long, man.
Yeah. No, I mean, he just did a fantastic job at Shadow Ninja, giving off the Spirit Bomb. Well-earned victory. What a fantastic play. And our man, Ultra Shock 3. I need to see this man at more events. That was some real solid play.
That was great.
I don't always get to see Hibiki doing off and showing off good stuff. I love the way he was punishing with his supers. And really good neutral game. So, you need to see me some more of that.
And the moment that I was waiting for personally, as I mentioned a couple times before, he finally gets to go up against Argen one more time for grand finals here.
Could not agree more. This is a run back, if there ever was a run back for our Samurai Shodown community. We got a little more money on the line, which I know they're excited about. And
we also got some ads right first.
Oh,
yeah.
About to, yes. Because Argen's probably in Street Fighter 6.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, now that you mention it. Yeah, again, Juicy Game Night, that's the event that we're hosting at right now. We host every week here at the same location, every week, every time, same time.
Which is Wednesday night on 7 p.m. This is our special monthly for Saturdays. We get like every month, every two usually.
Every other month, yeah, I would say so, between this location and the one in Orlando, either like the Wyndham Resort or the other one I can't remember the name of, but it's typically at the Wyndham, yeah. I have no water. Boo-hoo.
We have lots of good players that come out here, and we would love to tell you about Junk Food's custom leverless arcade sticks.
Arcade pads, good
pads,
option.
that's the word I'm looking for.
A great option for those looking for leverless options but are on a cheap budget. To my knowledge, are also very customizable. I just, like about a month ago, I finished a commission for someone with a leverless pad. It was a Paper Mario themed one.
Ooh.
So Yeah, I was contacting him, and he's like, "Are you gonna ship it to me?" And I was like, "No, I just gave you the image." He's like, "Oh yeah, I thought it was like a metal plate." And I was like, "Isn't that something that you could just slide under?" And we both figured it out. It's something that you could just literally just take off the acrylic faceplate off and then just put it on.
It's like 4 screws maybe, and a quick slide under.
That's always the best part of, custom sticks and all that, regardless of their format, especially with that real estate. They're just begging to have stickers put on them.
Without a doubt.
It's always good to see, like, the Neko Arc people, like the good old chibi, oh, this is the character I play.
Absolutely. And then obviously we've already talked about CEO coming up with a great selection of your modern and classic fighting games. We got a whole alley, some on the main stage, some as a part of community-driven events.
Absolutely. Yeah,
I believe that's, when's that, July? Mid-July?
June. Late June, yeah. June 28th to the 30th, Daytona Beach, Florida, at the Ocean Center.
Yeah. Our last time out at Daytona. Excited to bring it back to Orlando, since it is CEO, and that always been Orlando to me.
Now that you mention it. Here's Argen coming back yet again to
having too much fun with Street Fighter 6 over there. They're in their own zone. I guess I'll heckle later. Actually, I'll do it their entire match.
It looks like you were having a little bit too much fun.
Ah, yes. I'll always have too much fun when I'm out here, having a good time with my players and setting up for the grand finals of Samurai Shodown. So what are we looking out here? What is the number one thing we're looking for Shadow Ninja to improve on and Argen to capitalize on?
I want to see Shadow Ninja commit to one game plan. I feel like he's been a little bit too jumpy in regards to what he's covering over Kazuki right now.
Especially when something wins. Especially when something's working.
You gotta be able to stick to that. But the lore battle, I think.
Dude. If it's not a lore battle, it should be. This is Fire and Water versus. I love it.
Oh no. Oh man. Yeah. Argen's playing Sogetsu, like you mentioned. This is something that I don't think I've ever seen him play.
It has been a long time. I think it was the December 2nd monthly, the last time he played it, and he cleaned up. I mean, I don't get to see this character nearly as much as I want to, but his spacing and range control, as well as teleports, is just so prominent. I'm sure we're going to see a ton of it here. Obviously, we have the old SNK costume here for, Kazuki. It's like it's literally on the screen. I can swear I can see it.
Yeah, and Sogetsu's playstyle is like right up of Argen's alley too. He usually likes to control neutral pretty well. Kind of giving me like, I sound like a zoomer here. Gives me similar to JP. He's got those pillars, he's got those teleports, he's got that space control.
Yeah, a lot more committal though. You really have to choose your options when they come in.
Oh man, I forgot that's a hitbox.
There are so many things happening on screen right now. It is just chaos over here. Good check, able to find some plus frames there.
Getting Argen pretty locked down there.
Oh my gosh, the fireball actually knocked him back into it for the punish.
Oh,
too far?
No. Yeah, Kazuki's one of those characters I would assume his combo routing would be a little weird due to his spacing and just how spacing unfriendly his special moves are, or at least context sensitive, I should say. Do it to him. He didn't block the last hit.
Very unfortunate. Argen, being such a good player, is definitely going to punish this super well. Real good stuff here.
Man, hippity-hoppity.
He's going to do it again. We're all having a little bit of fun out here in our grand finals set.
Yeah, Argen's keeping Shadow Ninja locked down with those water pillars.
Good. And we're going to go for a mix. Maybe just a little bit of unfamiliarity. And we're going to punish that.
Yeah, Shadow Ninja seems to be a little jumpy with those wake-up supers there.
Yeah. I'm not sure what the idea behind the activation of that other one was, but if it would have hit, it would have been fantastic. But
I mean, he got the E-Sen right there, so... Earthquake? Oh, this is a character that I was seeing him...
This is a counter pick directly. This character has the ability to reflect, has the ability to control a lot of space, and set up traps.
This is
generally regarded as one of the worst characters in this game, though, ironically enough.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, it's probably like particularly like matchup dependent, I would assume, from the information you gave me just now.
Yeah. Also, it's all of the traps that she has. Guess what beats him? Standing still, which is so strong in Samurai Showdown. It's like, you can do whatever you want, but it doesn't matter because all you got to do is just stand dead still. Yeah, so this is gonna get slow real quick.
That's probably not a problem for Shadow Ninja because he likes playing keep it, as we are all aware.
Yeah. Like that cancel from Argen on the negative frames. Big jump in. Knows he can't get a confirm from that. Instead dashes to the grab. This man. That is her heavy slash, by the way.
It's very floaty.
Yes. I believe on hit it leaves her negative.
Oh man, just keeping his place though. Well, Argen doesn't have a problem with that either.
Nope.
You want to play that game? Sure, we'll do it. Let's dance. Uh-oh.
Good check. We are going to get the Dragon's Foot out.
Oh man.
Found her sword.
Floaty dash attack though. Oh man. That could have hit him too if it wasn't for the trade.
Yeah.
I don't think that would have killed, but
was able to find him, but milliseconds prior. Oh, good check.
There you go. That's what he was looking for. Oh, the rage explosion for the last second to keep him out.
Very
Back
nice.
at you. Ditto.
We're going to get the Dragon's Foot down to take out the sword again, and we still have the explosion on deck. Would love to just see it from Sogetsu here.
Oh, he was a little bit too ahead of himself. No punish, though.
God, it doesn't go any range at all. It's just pitifully small. Maybe the crouching heavy slash would have been the answer there. Argen just holding such good space. Terrifying. Check.
That's set play? I'm curious.
Yeah, so that's a trap. So a whole bunch of spikes will come up from there. But the second you put it on the screen, all you have to do is just stand dead still. It does not matter.
Oh, that's like, I see what you're trying to do.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, it's like an anti-Guilty Gear X2 testament right
exactly. There. Except you can actually see it.
Oh my gosh, and he beat that dude.
Argen is
that's cute. We were just talking about how like kind of worthless that is, and Argen was like, actually, I got just the answer to that.
I love our production crew because they switched to the player's game as fast as possible. Argen had the smuggest look on his face I've ever seen in my life.
I completely missed that too because I was too busy looking at the game.
That was frame perfect smirking.
Oh my gosh. I gotta look back at that on the
That was really good. And Argen making Shadow Ninja go back to his character, play around. We are 0-2. Shadow Ninja has to win 6 more.
Yeah, this is his last chance in order to get himself up to where Argen's at, and even then he has to work particularly hard because, again, he does have to win 6 games. So I want to see if Shadow Ninja happens to, I mean, then again, he doesn't have any more chances unless he makes a reset.
Yes.
I want to see him commit all the way to, excuse me, all the way to it.
Yeah. I have a funny feeling even if Argen loses here, he's going to commit to the Sogetsu for the remainder of the 3 games here. But I would be very surprised if he loses a reset if he'd stick to it. But, I mean, starting off super strong here, feeling super comfortable as well. You have to give props for how patient of a player he is. It's getting shown off so well here, and we're going to get a big punish here. Nope. Gets hit by that last one.
And Argen already at set point here.
Samurai Shodown is a game.
It is definitely the game.
It is a wild game.
The fighting game of all time.
Big punish.
There you go. Shadow Ninja getting pushed further and further into the corner. It doesn't seem that Shadow Ninja is as comfortable with keep out since that set play is, ironically enough, counteracting just at that.
The bubble actually stopping the button there. We're over. Oh my gosh. Doesn't quite get it fast enough. But now we are down both of their unique supers.
There you go.
Ooh. I didn't know that was a Tatsu.
I mean, he is, you know, spinning out with his 4 legs, just extended spinning, so technically.
Yeah, right? Like, never would have guessed. Argen maybe like a chip of a hit away here.
That's not good.
Doesn't have any super
I'm
here.
not sure what that bubble's for, honestly. Oh, nice. There it is. Teebus 2 Anti. Argen taking
nice
a clean 3-0 against Shadow Ninja at Grand Finals, making him the champion of this month's CEOviedo Samurai Showdown champion. So give it up to Argen and his Chrono Trigger shirt in honor of Kiratorium's passing, unfortunately. Yes. I didn't know that was a favorite of his, but considering his age, I should have figured most people, you know, those Super Nintendo fans. But again, Shadow Ninja a little bit too antsy on what gameplay to set himself on.
I mean, it's exactly like you said, right? He needed to really stick down with the strategy and hold with it. And unfortunately, he couldn't even find it in 3 games. But I think he was doing really well with this Tam Tam. He just has to stay confident with it and hold it down. But Argen being able to play whatever he wants. We need to find some monsters out here for Sam Show. Take this man down.
Right now, we have to sign out for an ad break to Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. So I'm bad at these, as I always am. So
that's Dark Sage.
That's me, and that's why I cry. And this was Samurai Showdown here at CEOviedo. And
we'll see you guys back for Persona 4 Arena Ultimax with probably some new commentators. I'm going to go play some Street Fighter 6.
Absolutely.
Catch you guys later.
All right.
Welcome to Versus Games, located in Oviedo Mall. We carry all your trading card game and tabletop RPG needs. Come by and play your favorite games like Warhammer, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, One Piece, and many more. There's also weekly fighting game tournaments. Looking for some extra cash? We also buy cards from select TCGs. Join us on our journey and keep on gaming, gamers. Versus Games.